trying to change that today. Here's a soft ground ball off the end of the bat, but through the shift left side, and a two-out base runner for Columbus. A good piece of hitting there with 2 strikes from Kafis.
Yeah, that was the split there. I think he caught it just a little too much at the plate.
Now Romero will try to end the inning now with John Kenzie Noel at the plate, the big first baseman at 286 with 4 blasts and 13 runs batted in. The season high in strike, sure, but even Franklin didn't realize it at first. And here's another guy tearing the cover off the baseball this year. Now I want to hear this. There's a breaking ball into even the count.
I'm going to go aesthetic comp, just how he looks. But if he has this career, I think it's a success. It's Rhys Hoskins. Every single time I see him swing, it's that high hands, subtle bat wag, similar.
That's a good one. There's a chase of a slider from Velasquez career.
Yes.
For Jonathon Long. It's a ground ball to third. It's a fair ball deep in the hole. Wilson picks it. One top throw in time. Nice play. And Franklin has to hold it second. Good defense all week from Columbus, and another example there from Will Wilson.
That was an impressive throw. I thought because he hopped it, Long would beat it out, but he didn't. Let's see that again. Yeah, man, I mean, bang, bang, good play. That was one of those things. He knew the internal clock there was like, you just got to get the ball out. I don't know if I'm going to.
Runs. He has 13 already, halfway through the 2025 season. Cairo off the end of the bat, a line drive toward left, not all that deep, and Jonathon Long is there to haul it in. In a doubleheader, he lost that lead after he went hitless in Game 2. But briefly took over that lead, and it was something that I don't think even he thought, I'm going to win the batting title in the International League. Not a guy that's going to do it by beating out infield hits. Everything he hit was solid in that first part of the year. And 2-0 on him from the third. And his 2-0 pitch to Long, a breaking ball right there for a strike. And he's on the board at 2-1. And this is a lineup that you just keep waiting for to break out. And we thought we saw it early yesterday with a 6-0 lead, but they went a little bit quiet down the stretch. And it turned into a loss. Long rolls one next together.
Yeah, it's a mixture of guys. I mean, you saw one of the top pitching prospects in baseball, Andrew Painter, there this most recent offseason. Usually you get like injured guys or guys that just leave them a little more on the rep side of things. Or I think in the Cubs case, a guy they just wanted to see versus better pitching to see if he could be a guy that flew through the system. And for the most part, he has flown through the system. Really good ability to make contact in the zone. Doesn't really chase. Hits the ball really hard in the air. Doesn't miss in the zone. Like, it's a really good combination of skill.
4-hitter average-wise in the league, and Jonathon looks at a fastball over the plate for a start against the Iowa Cubs. Got one by Jonathon Long for curveball. As the featured pitches today for Velasquez. He's ahead of Long, 0-2. And he shot the outside corner and left it a little bit. Ballesteros a short lead at first. The 1-2 off the end of the bat, buddy, into center field, a base hit. Ballesteros and Long with back-to-back singles to center. And the I-Cubs are in business here in inning number 6.
That one a little more weakly hit than Ballesteros, but still bat to ball, just sneaks over shortstop's head. Another breaking ball. That one's maybe a little bit up. Kind of inside-out contact there from Long.
And Velasquez in his first real trouble of the game. There have never been 2 men on at the same time. The only runs that Owen Casey just couldn't quite reach. This ball driven deep toward left. Jonathon Long circling near the warning track. Will run it down and make the play for out number 1. Good stuff from Jonathon Long in his second game out there this season. And then on the throw back to the infield, trying to get the runner going to third. That rolled away and was an error that allowed a run to score. And he just had to shake his head a couple of times on the same play. But this one starts with an Astero still tied for the league lead in hits. And this is outside ball 1. They've
be this strong. But the thing that is theorized here is that there's something in the body. So it's an interesting theory as to like,
here's a hot shot up the middle and a second base hit tonight for Jonathon Long, and that means Carlos Perez will come to the plate representing the go-ahead run with 2 outs.
I guess we got to talk about velocity more often because guys just hit when it happens.
106 right there. 120.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to imagine that.
It's one of those things. It's like, okay, we think we could get there in a perfect world, but if the body can't move that.
Mons 2-2. Perez deep in the air, left center, helping, going back, turning around, and the I-Cubs have the lead. Carlos Perez has done it again, number 16 for the veteran.
What a swing there. Another fastball up in the zone. He's just been crushing that all day. He's been timed up the entire game. He takes that one to left center. Really, really good swing.
Unreal. Carlos Perez, 2 home runs tonight. He has 16 on the year, and now with 48 runs batted in. The first pitch, grounded sharply toward third and fair. Down the left field line into the corner. This is going to put Columbus on top. 2-run score into second with a double is Brian Rocchio, and Columbus has come back here in the ninth. And 4 batters into the inning, taking